Hey guys, so welcome to another YouTube video. I'll just be doing a little walkthrough of how I created these title sequence style videos in Blender. This is the first one, just a simple scene. Please note that this is not the final video out of Blender. Like, these were taken to Premiere Pro and processed and color graded to look like it's part of a whole system of title sequence. This is the second. Then the third is this. While the last but not the least, which is actually my favorite, is this shot. Now, for the first shot, that's the one with the planets. What I have was just, I didn't create this planet. These planets are like assets that go from the internet. So I just placed this there. Then I created this mesh. This mesh will like really develop from a circle that I just extruded and just tried to detail things around that. This mesh under was just added to add a little bit more detail. This mesh, I want to see if that's a wireframe. Exactly, it's a wireframe. So it's just like a simple mesh, but then I subdivided and added a wireframe to it just to give it a little bit more detail. To give a little bit more detail to the underside, we have some wires that are just leading to nowhere. It's just something that adds a bit more detail. So what happened with this clip is I just have this, but then just to give a little bit more life to the scene, you know, it's a space scene, just to give it a bit more life, I had this moving car. So it's just a car, not much animation to it. I just parented it to an empty and then just animated along this. Let me just play the animation in solid views so you understand what I'm saying. So that's it about this shot. I think another thing that adds to the shot is it has to be the light that I parented to, you know, the car, so that the light constantly shines on the car. The lights, these two lights are parented to the car just to constantly cast light on the car and just give it a bit of definition in the whole composition. For the background, I believe this is an image texture. Let me just check the material preview. Okay, so it's, wow. It's actually a noise texture. Let me confirm. It's a noise texture that I cranked up really high. Okay, that's impressive. So it's actually a noise texture in the background that I use as the sky. So let me just play the final video again so you get an idea of what the final video looks like. So it was color graded to this, basically. All right, so to the next scene, let's move over to, oh my God, where is this? We have, this is my least favorite of all of them because it feels very lifeless, bare bonish, and there's not really much going on the scene. So what I did was, what's this? Let me take out this volume. Okay, so what I did was basically just fill out the foreground with some mountain assets, and then the background also with some mountain assets. You can see the midground is completely empty. But I think where the excitement or a little bit of what brings out the shot is just this car that comes out from behind. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. And here's the final shot of the second sequence. So I think a lot of what's hiding this clip or making it look good is the volume and making it look like there are things and more things in the distance and things behind the mountain. That's the second shot. Let's move over to the third. This is something that I didn't even believe I could do, but I just kind of figured it out. I have nothing to do with the character animation that was gotten from Mixamo. So basically, the camera is so low to the ground. Let me for the camera. The camera is so low to the ground that is actually catching this foreground of these flowers and stones. And then what happened was when I brought in this Mixamo animation, I just placed it there. We have, let me see what we have. We have this little barricade in the distance. And then we have this mountain texture. This mountain texture is basically, I think it should be an alpha input. Let me see. Something plugged into the alpha, yeah. Just something plugged into the alpha, and then we created a transparent mountain just to put something in distance. And then also I think with all of these shots, something that ties all of them together again is I had a particle system, just a void emission texture, something that is just moving around to add more life to the shots. You would notice it in this one when I played the third clip. So here's the third. If you notice, some fiery looking objects are moving horizontally and then vertically also. So that was something that I added for all the shots, just so it looks like it's all put together. And then last but not the least, my favorite of the shots, let's move over to the fourth. So this, I got this character from Mixamo. I believe it's Mixamo. And then these doors, I added the doors, and then I have my normal alpha mountain texture on the distance. Same thing, we have our emissive, this is a volumetric box, and then also some lights just to give some life to the scene, and that's basically the scene breakdown. Just something simple, but then I used it to create these shots, this last shot. Yeah, this one. So the doors, most of them are in the distance, most of them are looking like they're up the hill. Some it's really close to the camera. I think what I would do differently with this shot is probably I would focus in on this character a bit more, and then put all of these foregrounds maybe out of focus. We have a lot of things in focus, and it's kind of messed up the shot. So that's it, guys. So long, and until I see you in the next one. Peace.